Hello and welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we are going to learn how to actually perform something when you actually go ahead and click a button. So till this tutorial we have not created any functional program which is actually going to respond to a button click, but in this lecture you are exactly going to learn the same, that is how to actually make a button perform some action. So the first thing which you need to do while actually making the button perform something on clicking it is that you need to define a function. So if you know what functions are in Python, it is nothing but simple line of code. So what you need to do is that you actually need to write in a function, add in some line of code which you want to be performed when you click the button, and then simply pass that function to the button which you want. So let's go ahead and understand the process. So let's say you want to design some program in which you will have a button, and when you click that particular button, some text is going to appear on the output screen. So let's quickly go and learn that. So the first thing you will need is a function. So let's name this function as do something, not thong, something. So this thing right here is our function, and in this function let's go ahead and write in some code like print, and let's type in you clicked the button. So let's say this function says you click the button when you actually go ahead and click the button. So we are going to write in a simple line of code or a single line of code in this because we actually want to understand the working of the button and nothing else. So once you have this function, let's go ahead and create a button now. So we type button1. So let's say the name of this button is button1. So we type button1 equals button, and to this the first and obvious thing is the root because it belongs to the root element. Then let's type in the text as, let's say, click here. And now what you need to do is that you actually need to pass the function which you want to execute when you actually click this button. So that function is nothing but the do something function. So the first thing which you do in the third parameter is you type in command equals, and to this command you actually pass in the do something function. So you type in command equals do something, and that will actually perform the function when you click the button. Now you simply need to add up the button to the window. So you simply type in button1.pack. So once you are done with this, you are done with the code. So now let's save the code, and when you actually run this, as you could see, you have the window over here, you have a button on the window, and if you actually go ahead and click this button, as you could see, this says that you clicked the button. So if you click it again, as you could see, this says you click the button. So as long as you keep on clicking the button, it is actually going to go ahead and display the message as you click the button right here. So this is how you could go ahead and actually make a button perform some action. So the only thing which you need to do is that you need to put up the code which you want to perform on button click inside a particular function. That is, we had this function over here, and the code which we wanted to perform on the click of a button was written inside this function. Then you simply go ahead, create a button, and you pass that function as a command to that button. So that button actually performs the command that is nothing but the function which you passed. So when you click the button, it is going to go to this function and execute the code written inside that function. So that's it for this lecture, and I hope you guys understood how to go ahead and create your very own buttons, make the buttons functional so that they could execute some code when you actually click the button. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.